Sally, thank you. Another number that continues to grow, Nevadans who have fallen victim to unemployment fraud. Here are still many unanswered questions about how it's happening in the first place, and it's an issue that the I-Team has been following pretty closely. Vanessa Murphy joining us now live with more tonight.
Denise, many Nevadans have been notified they filed for unemployment, which is news to them. Their identity may have been stolen. The system didn't catch that it was fraudulently applied, and money was paid to a scammer.
From a rapper who made a song bragging about unemployment fraud and was later arrested for the crime, to a mail carrier who prosecutors say was part of a scheme to use addresses on her route to help collect the debit cards. Employment departments are overwhelmed due to job losses from the COVID-19 pandemic. Schemers see an opportunity. And fraud is so bad, Nevada's Department of Employment Training and Rehabilitation, also known as DETR, is still analyzing the numbers to figure out how much money it paid to people who shouldn't have received it.
What happened, I think, initially is there was a desire to pay as many legitimate claimants as possible, as fast as possible.
Mike Schmidt runs a Las Vegas IT company, and he's on the DETR Strike Force, a group trying to solve problems at the agency, including fraud. He says his team tried to match claimants with Department of Motor Vehicle records. They're finding alarming patterns and alerting law enforcement.
We found, in one case, 2,000 claimants that shared the same mailing address.
Schmidt says the system was built for convenience, one reason why fraudulent applications weren't caught before the money was paid.
Everybody can go register, so nobody had to hack into anything, nobody had to break into anything.
But personal information is being stolen to file fraudulent claims. Elisa Cafferata, who heads DETR, says it's not happening within the agency.
What we're seeing and what other states are seeing is that this is a result of data breaches that have happened to other companies, and the information is out in the dark web, and the criminal activity is certainly concerted.
The I-Team has been trying to find out how the information is stolen in the first place, reaching out to agencies like the FBI and the U.S. Postal Inspection, which investigate the fraud.
That's something we're still looking into, and I don't want to comment too soon on that.
We don't have a concrete answer as to where they're getting that information from.
The question is, well, then how do you stop it if you don't know how it's starting?
Yeah, that's a good question. And that I don't have the answer for, you know, the only thing we can do is we can, you know, preach prevention, just for people to check to make sure that they haven't had unemployment filed in their name, and if they find out they have, to report that right away.
The I-Team obtained the numbers for some public employees who have become victims. Clark County reports out of its approximately 10,000 employees, 1,120 have been the subjects of fraudulent claims. The city of North Las Vegas reports 282. Las Vegas reports 568. And Henderson reports 615. While victims are urged to report fraud to law enforcement and DETR, Cafferata says employers can play a major role in stopping it also.
We give them a notice that a claim has been filed on an employee, and several times those employees are still working. So as soon as they log into their portal and let us know, we can stop payments on those claims.
So one complaint we've heard from viewers is that they report the fraud to DETR and law enforcement and they don't hear anything back. I asked about this. The head of DETR says they are so overwhelmed with just paying legitimate claims and other issues, they don't have time to get back to everyone. But if you've submitted the proper documentation, the issue is likely being looked into. Reporting live, Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.